In this video, I'm gonna explain why you're not happy in life with the non-belief mindset. I've had this mindset for the last few years during my studies, and its toxicity started to radiate towards other areas of my life, such as my relationship with my boyfriend and my friendships. And I don't want that for you. So after today's video, you're gonna recognize this mindset. Because again, to work on being a happier person, you first gotta understand why you're not. Welcome to my channel. My name is Daphne Ann, and let's hop right into it. First, I want to explain what the mindset of non-belief is. And with this mindset of non-belief, you're focused on the past. You are unable to look past your current unhappiness. You're resigned to your unhappiness. And I think this is the mindset where people fall into that black hole of feeling depressed and feeling hopeless and alone altogether. But this is actually a self-learned mindset. There is a great example in this book. And honestly, guys, this book has changed my life. I cannot recommend this book enough. If you're interested, I'll have a link down below, and oh my god, I so recommend you reading this book. But there's a great example in this book on why the mindset of non-belief is actually a self-learned mindset. They did a study with two groups of people. In the first group, they heard a loud noise, but they were able to turn it off. The second group also heard a loud noise, but they were unable to turn it off. And then later, again, the two groups were subjected to a loud noise. But this time, both of the groups were able to turn off the loud noise. However, the second group didn't even try. They had resigned themselves to hearing a loud noise forever, because the first time they couldn't turn it off. So this time they thought, I can turn it off, so I'm not even gonna try. That's the whole point of this mindset, is that once you've failed once or twice even, you're just not gonna try anymore. You're resigned to failure, and therefore you see that as your only future. And I think it's especially easy to fall into this kind of mindset once you've realized that the rat race isn't for you, that just chasing that future isn't really gonna make you happy, but you also maybe not consciously realize but have experienced that just focusing on the now, just focusing on the things that give you immediate pleasure, also leaves you feeling kind of empty and without an actual sense of satisfaction. Once you've realized both of those things, then what's left? You don't know how to be a happier person, and you feel unhappy, you feel empty, you feel purposeless. But realizing that the rat race isn't gonna help you, and that just those pleasurable moments is also not gonna help you, you're resigned to feeling unhappy, and you're resigned to thinking that this is it. This is just how the rest of my life is going to be. Not feeling happy, feeling empty, feeling purposeless. I have been there for the last 1.5 years of my studies. I fell into this mindset because I realized that what I've been studying, which was earth sciences, I don't really want to make a career out of that because I honestly didn't enjoy it. It left me without a purpose because I thought I was gonna be an earth scientist, and now I decided that no, I don't want to be an earth scientist for the rest of my life. I don't want to work in this field. I did talk to people, said that, I feel so hopeless, I feel so purposeless. You can see it this way. When you are going on a road trip, let's say you want to go to Rome, you have this destination in mind. You might not know the exact way, but you can kind of figure out, okay, on the way to Rome, I have to pass this city and pass that city, and I will get there. So at every junction, you at least have like an inclination of which turn you have to make. You just take that turn and you see where you get until you get to the next junction. But if you don't know where you want to go, then each turn you have to make, there's no reason behind your decision of going left or right. You don't know which turn to take because you don't know where you want to go. And that leaves you feeling so frustrated, which was exactly what I was experiencing. I felt frustrated that I didn't know what my next step should be. I knew that I didn't want to be in earth sciences, but what did I want to be? What did I want to do? What did I want to spend my time on? I had no clue. And that is just the most awful feeling and most, ridiculous feeling of emptiness. And for me, this mindset kind of took over my life. Like I said, I didn't really care about my relationship anymore. I had the same with friends that I just kind of stopped talking to, not necessarily because I didn't like them or anything. I just, didn't see a purpose in why I should talk to them. I didn't really care. The same happened for my health as well. I already told you guys that with the mindset of immediate gratification, I started eating a lot less healthy and put on a lot more weight. But once I got into this mindset, I just thought, I tried getting the weight off. It didn't work. I'm just gonna be overweight for the rest of my life because I failed and I just didn't want to try anymore. And I didn't feel like trying again was gonna work. But it doesn't have to be that way. This mindset doesn't really have to take over your life. You can also only have it in one part of your life. Say, for example, your relationship. You could be in a relationship and you don't really love the person anymore. You don't get any real joy out of it. You don't really see this going any further, but you feel like, I've reached a certain age that I gotta settle down. So you are just like, oh, well, this might not be the right person, but who cares? I'm just gonna marry them because it's the right thing to do. That's not to say that if you don't get any joy out of your relationship anymore, or you don't feel like it's the right person, you immediately have to break it off and find a new relationship. You don't have to make a rash decision, but if you've done it all and you still feel that way, but you just don't see it changing in the future because you have this mindset of not seeing a happier future that might be with someone else, or even with the same person, you're just not gonna work in your relationship anymore because you have this kind of mindset. You're just gonna resign yourself to an okay relationship, a not so happy one, but good enough. And the same can be with your health, like it was for me. You put on a lot of weight and you started eating unhealthily, and now you feel like, I'm not gonna get this weight up anymore, and you kind of resign to being overweight and to being unhealthy. That's the same kind of mindset, how it manifests into your life. It can only be that little part, just your health or just your relationship and nothing else. But like I said, it can also start to radiate towards, other areas of your life. Start in one area, like for me it was my studies, and then I kind of got the same mindset in my relationship, my friendships, and my health. So again, I know you kind of already know what's gonna come, but I really want to encourage you guys to think about a time that you had this mindset. Think about how you felt at that time, how you acted at that time, and what your current thoughts are about it. Like, have you learned something from it? If you want to, please share it with us in the comments, share it with me down below, because I would love to hear when you guys had certain mindsets in your life that were toxic. And now that you know they are toxic, and now that you know why and how you can kind of learn to have a certain mindset, I want to see if you guys can also, look back at your own life and figure out when you had that mindset and how that affected you. So I've now discussed in this 3-part series 3 very universal mindsets that will leave you feeling unhappy in your life. And I've discussed the mindset of a rat racer, where you're chasing this elusive happy future, believing that just reaching your goals, just reaching that destination you have in mind will make you happy. And I've discussed in part 2 the mindset of immediate gratification, where you are a slave to the moment. You're seeking only present pleasure, forgoing any consequences for your future. You're not thinking about the future. Your actions have no purpose and no goal. Today, I've discussed the mindset of non-belief. You are resigned to feeling unhappy. You cannot look past your current unhappiness, and you expect your future to be the same. And it is very important to know that you can have a different mindset at the same time, just in different areas of your life, like your work life, your family life, your health, or your friendships. If you want to refresh your memory on the other two mindsets that I've discussed, you can click on those two videos right over here. Now that I've discussed why you're not happy in life, I want to help you learn to be a happier person. I want to discuss what happiness actually is. I hope to see you there.